Hi everyone, you're welcome to this episode of Medical Nursing Exposure with nursepeto. Today I'll be giving you the full update about the coronavirus vaccination nationwide and in diaspora. Without wasting much of our time, I would love to give you the first headline, which is Nigeria goal to vaccinate 40% of the total population by the end of this year. NAFDAC declares fake Covid19 vaccine in the country. That was said January 15, 2021. We have another coming in. European Union begins to begin its vaccination rollout, aiming to inoculate more than 450 million people. Pretty much.
Covid19 vaccinations have begun in countries across the European Union.
The Indian to supply vaccine to 6 countries from tomorrow. Confirmation await from
India is a vaccine powerhouse. It produces 60% of the world's shot.
13 people in Israel suffer facial paralysis after taking the Covid-19 vaccine shots.
वीडियो में डिस्कस किया था कि फाइजर की
Stay
वैक्सीन
sharp
लेने
with nursepeto. I'll be right back where I'll be giving you full details of all the headlines I just stated earlier. Medical nursing design, shortcut in non-medical nursing stories, comedy, entertainment, current health information, nursing show presentations, blogging, and advertising. Nursepeto to the world. Hi, you're welcome back. Kicking off with the first headline, we state Nigeria goal to vaccinate 40% of the total population by the end of this year. Details. Now, around 13th January 2021, the Nigerian officials say the country is ready to receive its first dose of the corona vaccine by the end of January. Now, the government wants to vaccinate 40% of the total population by the end of this year, but experts said the cost of storage is the major challenge. The official also said the president of Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria President Muhammadu Buhari, and the Vice President Yemi Osibanjo will be the first to receive the corona vaccine when it gets to Nigeria, and it will be tabled live for everyone to see that it is potent.
Second wave of the pandemic continuing to spread like wildfire, especially with the new deadly strain. Covid-19 vaccine seems to be the only way out for the country to avoid huge fatalities. But how many Nigerians are willing to take the vaccine when government eventually secures the consignment?
That's not the problem that we are facing in Nigeria today. The problem of Nigeria is our government to look on how to help the poor masses, to eradicate poverty. This vaccine of a thing is other people's business, so they can't be bringing that to Nigeria. That is not our problem. Like now, for instance, I think the people that need that vaccine is the government parastatals, because they are the one traveling out, so they are the one that need that vaccine. The vaccine the poor masses like me need now is food, money.
The indifference to the vaccine is neither due to ignorance or illiteracy, but some say since the vaccine has been clinically tested and approved, they will take it.
So that the president and the vice president is going to have it and it's going to be televised. So that gives us an assurance that one is already in Nigeria. Then number 2 is a test case that if a VIP is getting it, then the validity of the vaccine is certain, is sure. So every other people will be encouraged to go for the vaccine, and I hope that it's number 1 affordable or free, and it's reachable to the masses.
NAFDAC declared fake Covid-19 vaccine in Nigeria. Details. At about 15th January 2021, the director of the agency, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, said NAFDAC hasn't approved any Covid-19 vaccine, and that any that's been found within the Federal Republic of Nigeria isn't safe for use and it's fake. She also said the agency hasn't received any approved yet, and since it's new, the side effect must be monitored. And she further gave 4 rules concerning the COVID-19 vaccination, and they are: 1, the first, NAFDAC hasn't approved any application, therefore none has been approved. The second, no company or corporation has the right to order vaccine. The third, any company manufacturing vaccine, if genuine, must submit application to the NAFDAC. And no government establishment or agency can order COVID-19 vaccine without the confirmation from NAFDAC if approved. Now, the European Union began its vaccine rollout, aiming to inoculate more than 450 million people. Now, here's the details.
It's being called an historic day in the fight against the coronavirus. COVID-19 vaccinations have begun in countries across the European Union. The vaccine is seen as the first significant step forward in a crisis that has elevated health workers and scientists to the rank of heroes. Now it's the turn of a new type of hero to roll up their sleeves, with Europe's most elderly lining up for the vaccine.
Celebration as Spain vaccinates its first person against the coronavirus. It's a moment of hope in one of the countries hardest hit by the pandemic. In Italy, medical staff were the first to get the jab, their country too ravaged by the first wave of the virus.
Indians supply vaccine to 6 countries. From tomorrow, confirmation awaited from 3 countries. And here's the details.
India is preparing for a national COVID-19 vaccine drive, but all eyes are now on its vaccine export plans. Despite earlier reports that authorities had banned a local developer from exporting its vaccine, officials say that's not true. COVID-19 shots will be supplied to developing countries within weeks. Neha Punya with this report.
India is a vaccine powerhouse. It produces 60% of the world's shots, and it's this strength that the government is hoping to leverage in the next few months. Earlier this week, the government was forced to clarify that there is no ban on the export of the COVID-19 vaccine. The head of the Serum Institute of India, the firm that is bulk producing the Oxford shot here, was quoted as saying that the government will not allow the export of vaccines for months. The company, which is the world's largest vaccine manufacturer, later clarified that their chief was misquoted. The government also called this misinformation. For months now, Prime Minister Modi has pitched India as a country which will play an important role in the global vaccination program. Within a fortnight of the start of India's own immunization drive, vaccine exports to South Asian neighbors could begin. The first countries to get an India-made vaccine are likely to be Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Myanmar, the Maldives and Sri Lanka. South Africa has sought 1.4 million doses, and Brazil has also put in a request. The Serum Institute says it will also provide vaccines to Saudi Arabia and Morocco. Officials say it's likely
13 people in Israel suffer facial paralysis after taking the COVID-19 vaccine shot. Here is the details. In Jerusalem, Israel, at least 30 people have suffered mild facial paralysis as a side effect post-coronavirus vaccination, WION reported. The health ministry said that the actual number of people suffering such side effects could be higher than reported. Experts are apprehensive of giving the second shots to these people, even though the health ministry has insisted on giving the jab once the paralysis heals.
यहाँ पर आप रशिया टुडे का भी आर्टिकल देख सकते हैं। 13 इजरायली सफर फेशियल पैरालिसिस आफ्टर टेकिंग फाइजर कोविड जैब। तो हम जिस प्रकार से
Here comes the end of today's episode on medical nursing exposure with nursepeto. I remain your favorite nurse, nursepeto. Please do not forget to like the video, to share the video, and also hit the subscribe button to get notified when I drop a new update.
I never wanna look at a house in the garden. I never wanna lock you down.